How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about uh, putting vanishing points in a drawing. This is part three of a series of drawing a picture of an environment from scratch. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist in the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 20 years. I've had plenty of experience doing character layout over on The Simpsons, and perspective is a heavy duty part of the job. So I kind of learned the hard way perspective, even when I didn't really want to know it. Now, in this particular drawing, we've got the horizon line down here because this is specifically where the artist Anastasia wanted to have it. As I talked about before, the horizon line is basically your eye line. Anything above the horizon line you're looking up at, anything below the horizon line you're looking down at. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that all the details, the rest of the details, because what we have done is okay, so what I have done is I have created a drawing with extra details. Just in the first video, I broke up the picture plane so that it could be a little bit more interesting. So we're going to end up with a drawing that looks a little bit more like this. So we have all this stuff, and we have the detail of the horizon line here. The next step is, of course, deciding where to put the vanishing points. Now, based on this house, I have already shown that the way that this house radiates, the vanishing points tend to go up. The horizon line's down here, so that means that that the details are going in the wrong direction. What they ought to be doing is going toward the horizon line. Now this is a little bit off center. If I was to use the line of the house here, it would be more central. However, if I use this one, it'd be a little bit off center. I decided to put the vanishing point here, although because I've already put in the vanishing point. However, I can put the vanishing point over here to fit the direction that this originally stood, or I could put it even more centered here. I've decided to put it here. Why? Just a feeling. At this point, it really isn't an absolute. There is no absolute place to put it. Whatever. I kind of wanted to keep the feel of this space, these areas here, how the spaces of this house, this porch. And I thought that perhaps if I put it here, I might actually be able to still keep this spatial shapes together. It's also a little bit off center. It's not absolutely centered, but it's a little bit off center. And that just makes it for a slightly more dynamic drawing. Okay, so that's why I decided to put the vanishing point here. However, I could, if I wanted to, put a second vanishing point. Let's do that and see what happens. I could put a second vanishing point and have it go way off screen. And the reason I would do that is to get these lines, instead of going straight parallel to the picture plane, I could have those lines taper towards the horizon line. In this case, it is not necessary. It is it's okay. It's okay if this house is a little bit parallel to the picture plane. It's not going to destroy the drawing. It's not going to be the most horrible thing in the world. But yes, um, we could taper these just a little bit just to make it more interesting and add more dynamism to the drawing. Just to keep things simple, I'm only going to choose one vanishing point. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about vanishing points, I do have my lessons here about perspective at thedrawingwebsite.com. You can learn about 1 point perspective and 2 point perspective and what differences it makes. But in this particular drawing, I'm going to show you how to use at least this 1 point perspective in this particular drawing. Now, again, so now we've got this house, and the details of this house are going to need to follow this vanishing point that I've already established. One thing that I would recommend when you're actually finalizing a drawing like this is to get a little bit of reference. And there's nothing wrong with having reference for yourself. So I already have a little reference here. We have very similar looking house. So let's make this house look a little bit like this house. And as you will see, I'm going to follow this vanishing point. I'm going to speed up the drawing so that you can see me finish up the drawing as fast as possible, and then you can see how it ends up looking like when I'm done. And there you have it. So here's the final drawing of the house. All going to this particular vanishing point. And now we have the flying saucer. And the flying saucer also needs to follow the horizon line. Now I'm going to take a break so that this video doesn't take too long, and then I'm going to do a part 2 of this drawing the perspective, and I will draw the flying saucer in the next video, and then we'll see about creating the rest of the details. And I hope this has been enlightening. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to ask me questions about whatever it is that you're concerned about, and you have drawings that you would like me to give you tips on, go ahead and ask me and show them to me, and I will do my best to get to them. However, I do have a Patreon page, and my patrons come first, and they ask me questions, and when they do, I get to their videos first, and they give me straight feedback about what they liked, what they didn't like. They get to see these videos long before I actually publish them online for the public. That is one of the many advantages of being a patron. But it's not necessary. You could still ask me the questions. But I do appreciate your patronage. All right, so thank you so much, and I'll see you next time with drawing the rest of this picture. All right, bye.